Bitcoin and the altcoin market just gave us the exact setup we've been waiting for. I know, looking at the red charts, the sideways chop, the soul-crushing dips, it doesn't feel that way. If you're feeling shaken up, maybe a little scared, good. That means you care. And honestly, I get it. I'm not immune to it either. I was staring at my ETH chart yesterday, watching it stall and turn over in the exact same spot it's been rejected 3 times since 2024. And for a second, I felt that pit in my stomach. Is it happening again? Is ETH going back to $1,000? Everyone on Twitter is screaming that August is the worst month for crypto. It could happen again. But then I took a deep breath. I pulled up my charts and I reminded myself that this fear, this uncertainty, is all part of the plan. So today, I'm going to break down exactly why I'm not worried, why this painful price action is the exact setup we desperately wanted. I'm going to show you a chart that has been 100% right this year, yet almost everyone is missing it. And I'm going to lay out my exact game plan for August. Let's get you recentered. Let's lock in. This video is for informational purposes only. Crypto assets are high risk and are not suitable for all retail investors. This video is not intended for a UK audience. Okay, let's tackle the big scary monster in the room first. August. I know every crypto YouTuber is showing you this chart right now. And yeah, it looks ugly. Bearish 8 out of the last 12 years. Historically, August sucks for crypto. But yesterday, I was on a call with Nick, my co-host and mentor, talking about how stressed everyone is in our free Discord. And he said something that made a light bulb go off in my head. He said, are they filtering for post-halving years? So I went back to the data. I filtered the chart to only show the August that came after a Bitcoin halving. And guess what? Every single one was bullish. In 2017, Bitcoin ripped 65%. In 2021, it still climbed almost 14%. Now, look, it's only a sample size of 3. It's not a guarantee, but it tells a completely different story than the one that you're being sold. Post-halving years have different dynamics. The supply shock is kicking in. The narrative is building. So whilst everyone is panicking about a bearish August, history shows this is when we should be getting ready. But here's when it gets even more interesting. That same chart, it shows September is historically rough for Bitcoin. And that's great for us for 2 reasons. First, we want a bit of Bitcoin weakness for alt season. We need to see Ethereum start to outperform. We need capital to get brave and rotate out of the king. I show you the path to alt season in every video. What's step 2 in the path? Money rotates out of Bitcoin. So I welcome some Bitcoin weakness in September because Bitcoin stalling whilst ETH holds strong is exactly what we need. But why would ETH stay strong if Bitcoin weakens? Well, that's my second point. There is now an 80% chance of Federal Reserve rate cuts in September. When the Fed cuts rates, it pumps rocket fuel into risk assets. So whilst Bitcoin might chop around in September, that fresh wave of liquidity could send ETH and major alts flying. Either way, the game plan is working perfectly. Whilst everyone else has been aping into low-cap meme coins and getting chopped to pieces, the serious players weren't chasing anything. They stuck to the plan. They didn't follow retail. They followed the smart money because they know the truth. BlackRock's building on ETH. Institutions are quietly accumulating. And the smartest guys I know, institutional investors, they aren't touching low caps yet. They're accumulating ungodly amounts of Ethereum and chilling. That's it. That's my play. ETH and chill. Stay in strength. Wait for confirmation. I know you're tired of hearing me talk about Bitcoin dominance. I get it. But guys, it is so important. Let me tell you something. Every single morning I wake up, I make my coffee, and the first chart I study is Bitcoin dominance. It's the one thing that gives me absolute conviction that alt season is still coming. It's the one thing that keeps me confident through the pain. Look, we know the rules, but there's one that matters more than any other right now. Alt season does not start until Bitcoin dominance is at 55% or lower. Until then, it's ETH season or pre-ETH season. That is why your altcoins feel so weak right now. ETH goes up 10%, your alts go up 5%. ETH goes down 10%, your alts get nuked 30%. This is normal. This pain is part of the process. It's the market shaking out the weak hands before the real move. Everything that is happening right now is supposed to happen.